Hello everyone, I'm SARA WISEMAN, and today we're talking about, does practice matter? This is about spiritual practice. To read and listen and not practice takes you nowhere. It may be even worse than nowhere, as you have the sense of having accomplished something without having the true experience. When you truly enter in the first or millionth time, your heart cracks open to the divine. This entering in, this heart's cracking open, is where you begin again the first time, and where you begin every time henceforth. And I really find this to be incredibly true from my own experience. For a long time, I had this spiritual awakening in 2000, psychic and spiritual awakening. And from that point, I started to just read and read and read. And, you know, at that time, they didn't really have podcasts and things yet, but I was just sort of absorbing information about spirituality and spiritual practice like crazy. And it wasn't until 2004 when I sort of began the process of channeling and writing, and I really got deep into my own meditation practice, which is not a traditional practice. I do this style, we talk about this intuitive gathering, connection with the guides. When I began to shift from absorbing knowledge and listening to whatever other people said, just as you're doing now, like you're listening to what I'm saying, like you might be like, who knows, she doesn't know, I don't like her, whatever, or you know, she's saying something interesting, but whatever it is, it's like you're receiving it as knowledge or as information. But until you begin to do your own practice, nothing's really going to change for you. You'll have a lot of information, but that can actually make it worse. And especially sometimes when students first come, they're very hung up on various spiritual protocol, you know, like a certain way to clear the chakras, or a certain way to open the crown, or a certain way to do all manner of techniques, breathing, just lots and lots and lots of ways. And all of this, I believe, comes from this place of having informational understanding, but not having experiential understanding. One of the things I started doing way back decades ago was to become an experimenter. Like, if I go into meditation and I try this, what will happen? If I go into meditation in nature, will that be different than meditating in a quiet room? If I attempt to go into a past life, what will happen? I don't know how to do that, but I'm just going to see what happens. And my feeling was, once you enter in, everything's available. You can journey around wherever you'd like. And once you enter in, even if you only enter in 1 minute in one day, that is going to change you. They talk about the heart cracking open. That's what happens. Here we are in this world, full of distraction, full of all the things we're told we should do, even if we don't accept those anymore. And yet, when we're in this, in real life reality, we're only having one experience. When we cross over into the other realms and we open up to that space, this is where everything changes. So your practice is all about you experiencing direct connection, direct knowing, the heart cracking open, the connection with the other realms. But if you're just reading about the practice, or just listening to the practice, or watching someone talk about the practice, you're not going to have that experience. And then you're really not, you're not getting anywhere. So if you're not sure how to do it, I would just say, close your eyes, take a couple of breaths, and just ask the universe to meet you where you are right then, in that moment. Just ask your guides and angels to come in, ask divine light to come in, and just ask to receive and notice what happens. And then after that happens, the next day, do it again. And the next day, do it again. And after a while, start doing it multiple times a day. And after a while, start doing it for longer periods, multiple times a day. And after that, once you get used to like crossing that veil, start experimenting with where you can go. This is your soul life, right? This is your soul experience. There's no reason you can't do this. This is inherent to what you are. Go try it and see what happens. Thank you for listening. I'll be with you next time.